Loading. All right, we are live. We are live.
All
Let
right,
me get to
wonderful.
my
Good night,
screen.
everybody. Happy Friday, and thank you so much for tuning in to Peaches and Dream for whenever y'all do come on. Grab y'all wine. What you drinking?
Wild Irish Rose. Girl, you know I'm a wino. Wild
I
Irish
don't think I've
Rose
ever had that.
mixed with Monster. Little energy drink.
The service. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad.
I was about to say, what the fuck going on? All
Yeah,
right, we got
it's
three people in here. Share, like, share. Bring your niggas in.
mhm. I'm trying to what you
Bring
call it,
people
do the I'm trying to share the
in.
post. Oh yeah, make sure you guys hit the share button. Did you make this public though? Because you know you.
Oh, whew, oh shit. My bad.
Yeah, it's crazy because I be overthinking, but it's like a good thing I asked, right?
Hmm.
I should have put these headphones in. Yeah, it's been a long week, but
It
cheers to the
has
weekend. Grab y'all little bottles of wine. Mm.
public. Okay. Now it's public. All right. So I can see your everybody's comments.
Okay, wonderful.
For my little drinky drink. All right.
Okay, okay, so ready to get started. I gotta go to the messages. So that this way I can pull up the topics. So tonight, some of the things that we are going to be touching base on is it WAP or is it just WAP?
It's WAP, pronounced WAP, but
Okay.
we all know what it means.
So that's gonna be one of the
Worship and
topics.
praise.
Right, exactly. So
Worship
stay
and
tuned.
praise.
Stay tuned for the worship and praise, you guys.
Hallelujah. Shanadadadadabawada.
Yo, and then we're gonna be talking about Camilla Harris. Is it Camilla or Kamala?
Kamala.
Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And then we're also going to be talking about TI. And that TI topic is touchy because I could totally relate. Like growing up with brothers, my mama had three boys, three girls. We was a whole Brady bunch. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so you guys ready? Make sure y'all leave your comments and chime in with your viewpoints and your perspectives and y'all 2 cents. All right. So,
So you watched the video.
yes, I mean it's expected. It's Cardi B and it's goddamn Megan Thee Stallion. Like it was expected. I'm not surprised.
Exactly.
They be doing their thing.
Um, they are like I don't know what the hell everybody else was gonna expect from them. Um, so did you like the visuals of the video? Did you like the concept of the video?
Honestly, I liked it. Like I just like it was like it's just like it's like very raunchy. It's not something that you can listen to every day, especially like when you got kids in the house like me, you know. But it's something that, it's a touchy too. You might want to play that in the bedroom, just throw that on the freak list.
The freak list.
Yeah, you got those songs. Like that's a whole song that she made. She made that to have, to make love to her boo. That's what she made that for.
Did you recognize the sample when you heard the song?
Instead of I recognize what?
The sample when you heard the song.
What you mean the sample that's got some holes in this house?
There's the whores in this house. Oh, na,
I was like, bro,
girl, is
it's
there music playing in
crazy.
your
What?
background? Get music playing in your background?
Yeah, is it loud? It's
Yeah.
either that or crying. Oh, I turned it down.
Okay.
Better?
But yeah, there's some whores in this house. So, okay, I don't really like the song.
I don't think it's a song to like. Y'all don't even think they can play that on the radio with those type of lyrics. I ain't heard it on the radio yet.
Here's the thing, I wanna like the song, but I thought they I thought they could have done more with it, especially with the sample.
Yeah,
And so they just put, there's some hoes in this house to another beat. And like I was like, okay, so like this is regular for Cardi and Megan. And
yeah.
when I first saw the visual art, the posters with their tongues out, I thought it
Yeah.
was Cardi on both sides. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's crazy, right? They look like the way their makeup was, the way how that picture was, they look very similar. They do. But yeah, but like I said, I don't think it's an everyday song. That was just I don't know, a freaky cat. It's not something that they could ever play on the radio.
No.
Ever.
So I don't know why everybody's calling them out. Churches, other rappers, male rappers, CeeLo with his big stomach having ass,
Calling them out for
um,
what?
for being raunchy. Girl,
At the end of the day, they can be like, honestly, that's not me. Like, I'm not like some people are just so comfortable with their sexuality that they out there flaunting their stuff because that's just them. But me, I'm somebody that I like to cover up, but I'm not gonna judge somebody because they want to have their titties out.
and
Like
then on
what?
Twitter, everybody was like, all the bitches don't like the wet ass pussy song are the ones that they got the dried up ass pussy. I'm like, well, not necessarily. Not
Nah,
necessarily.
just because every get how they know they pussy dry because that's because they be fucking them and you know what they pussy be dry because when they fucking them they sex is trash and they can't wet the pussy up so that's why. Like how would they say all the girls who like that song pussy is dry? You had sex with them to know that much and if you did you couldn't get it wet clearly.
I shut it up. Oh, bye. So,
Yes.
so, apparently the City Girls got beef with Cardi. Okay, the City Girls, the Migos,
Oh.
Lil Baby, Cardi, they're all under quality control, and that's the rap label, Quality Control, with Pierre Thomas and somebody else. But I really fucks with the City Girls, and apparently the City Girls had either a song that was supposed to be with Cardi, and they gave it to Megan, which was the song that they have now. Well, you saw the video that I sent you, and
Hmm.
what else happened? They were supposed to be on the song with Cardi, and they ended up giving it to Megan. And when they released the song and the visuals for the song, people were, like on Instagram and Twitter talking about some, oh, how come you didn't shout them out? How come you don't support them? And I guess they just got real defensive. Like, we already support Cardi and we already done enough for Cardi and blah, 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 blah. And, stop trying to bully us into posting anything about Cardi. But Cardi would like really roll for them though. That damn twerk song.
So I have a question though. Is Cardi complaining, or is people complaining on Cardi's behalf? I'm confused because I can understand if Cardi come forth and be like, "Y'all bitches need to ride for me like how I held y'all down." But if Cardi's not complaining, why are people complaining? They just causing unnecessary drama, and that's what the fuck is wrong with the world now.
That's what it
Period.
looked like
Pooh.
to me. And then the fucking Barb stepped in because apparently the Sea Girls did an interview, and whoever interviewed them, I think it was the Shade Room. It was the Shade Room. It was the Shade Room. And the chick that interviewed them was like, well, who would you rather work with in the future?
And then
And
they said Nicki Minaj, right?
instead of saying their label mate,
The
instead
thing is
of
that
saying,
that's they already work with Cardi. What they want to work with Cardi again? What do they want them to do? Let them have new adventures and new experiences. It's so crazy because, and I'm glad you sent me that video. I'm glad I had time to watch it too, because now I get to put my 2 cents in for real, for real. So basically, it's like this. When it comes down to the city girls, I think, like, honestly, I'm not really a fan of them, but I don't like, judge them in no way, shape, or form. But I really think that they're misunderstood, and the reason why I say that they're misunderstood is because you see how they were saying how they're being basically trying to say they're hypocrites because they were saying how they don't like working with the shade room and they talk shit. Because even in the video you sent me, they played old clips of one of the city girls, not JT, the other one, talking shit because she do the most shit talking. I think the other one was in jail, right? Yeah, but she do the most shit talking, talking about,
Young
the shade room, this
Miami.
and this and that.
Young
Yeah.
Miami.
But here's the thing, I understand what she was saying. What she was saying is that they post of her what they want to post of her. She said, we just dropped a magazine. We was on the front page. Why they didn't talk about that? Why are they only talking about all the negative shit when it comes to city girls? Stop fucking posting me, Shade Room. That's what she said. Because in that moment she was mad because they weren't trying to promote what was gonna make her money. They was promoting some fucking messy drama shit that's not making her no kind of money. Like promote her fucking magazine album that she just got. She was on the front page. Like give her credit for the fucking shit that she's doing that's positive. Like why y'all always bringing up some negative shit about people? Because that's the fucking shit that sells. That's the shit that gets y'all fucking likes and comments and
Drama.
shares. You
Drama.
know. So, like I said, I'm not really a fan of them, but I understand what she's saying. And I don't think that they're like, like she could have explained it in more detail like that, but the way she came off was like she was saying it. That's exactly what she was saying. She was like, we just dropped this magazine, we were on the cover. Why didn't they do that? That's what she's saying, but all people hear is she's saying fuck the shade room. She's saying, yeah, fuck the shade room because the only things of her they post is negative. But if they were posting some positive shit, she could, fuck with them more. So now that she's working with them, she's clearly working with them on her terms. It's something that she was, she wanted to do. So if she wants to work with them, and basically, especially in these times, we're in a whole fucking pandemic, so people probably desperate for, to be on anybody's platform. Let her do what she's doing and fucking support her. Like, I mean, all people want to do is tear down motherfuckers' dreams. Like, this shit is crazy. Yes.
Okay, so let's get back to the content of the song, which is obviously sexual, it's raunchy, it's everything. And were you mad about Kylie Jenner being in the video?
I'm not gonna be mad about Kylie Jenner being in the video.
I
Honestly, I
wasn't
think that
mad,
she was with Megan when Megan got shot. I think that's the controversy or whatever behind it, right?
and obviously this was shot before. Now we understand why Megan was over
Um,
the house. Now we understand because they had been hanging out since the video shoot. But you know
also, the
what?
video was before the accident.
Yeah, of
I didn't
course.
know that. I
But
really
you
thought
know
that
what?
Megan was up and gunning. Like, I mean, no pun intended. That's up and gunning. Like, what the hell?
Blah blah blickety blickety blick. Let me stop. But you know what? Cardi is friends with Chris Jenner. She is friends with Chris Jenner. She has been seen on Instagram Live with Chris Jenner, but this was like last year or whatever, before everything started popping off with COVID. And they do have a relationship or whatever. So it's Hollywood. The Hollywood circle isn't that damn big. So especially up in those Hollywood Hills, everybody knows everybody. Everybody lives right next to everybody. Chris Brown probably lived like two houses down in hot ass
Mm.
Calabasas. So I'm not surprised that Megan was in that circle. I just wish that she had people around her to where when shit popped off like that, we wouldn't find out or have a whole bunch of blogs airing her business out, because she did say on one of her later lives um, that she felt betrayed by her friends. So I think she might have been betrayed by Kylie. She might have been betrayed by old girl that was in the car with them, her so-called best friend Kelsey. There was probably a couple other people there that she didn't mention, or we just don't know, because we don't really know what happened,
She
and
still won't
we
tell us what
just
happened, so we can't even help
still
her.
go, Megan. People
We
forget
can't help sis. This don't even want us to know what happened.
forget Megan is a hood bitch. You don't say shit about shit that happened. You don't talk to the cops. You just don't say shit about what the fuck happened. We handle this shit in the streets. So I think that's why her producer went on Instagram or Twitter and was like, Corey Lane, your days are numbered. So something did happen. I think there was some domestic violence going on, but we don't know for sure whether if Corey Lane shot her or not. Hold on.
Yeah. You said hold on, right? Is it that good?
It's okay, let go.
Mm.
But oh yeah, back to the content. Have you seen this this clip of that song, that old ass song from the 40s
What
being
song?
that old song from the 40s being shared around Facebook talking about fucking.
No.
What? See,
If
Juanita, I
I
know this
might,
shit.
you have to pull it up. I
You
probably saw it, but you know when I see stuff, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, that I saw that. But
girl,
I can't tell
it's
you right
this
now.
girl. Hold on. It's this shit that I reposted it because I was like, I know my grandparents weren't listening to this shit. Hold on.
I don't think I saw that. I'm gonna be mad close out. So I'm not gonna do.
It all night.
That's from 1935. Is that what that says?
Yes.
They was talking
Yes.
like that in 1935.
And I
Shit.
totally forgot because I was looking that type of shit up, listen, a couple years ago. I was looking at the Bessie Smith movie. And, Bessie Smith, she's from like the 30s or the 40s or something like that. Lord help, because this is like Black history. We ought to know this shit.
That's
Her manager was trying to
crazy.
make her sing songs like that, but it was already, singers out playing, making records about fucking in the 30s.
Mm, that's
I didn't
crazy.
know
And
they
then,
I didn't know they talked like that back then. Cause I'm thinking
girl,
like if our great grandparents and our grandparents wanted to get frisky, they just go and do it in a closet and nobody talk about it. You know what I mean?
that's the thing. That's exactly what it is. Nobody talked about it. And then when they tried to put it in music, they silenced them because it's like people don't really want to hear that type of stuff because it's like so secretive or whatever the case is.
Somebody wanted to hear it.
Because clearly they would be wanting to hear it because they be doing it. Like, of course. So it's just that's just them basically getting it out there. Like they like when people start revealing that, okay, yeah, this is normal. We be getting down and dirty
I
in the
just
bedroom. Like,
can't
bro,
imagine my grandparents, because my dad was born in 1942. I can't imagine my grandparents and my great grandparents like in a horse and carriage, or how the big old model radios used to be like, ooh, play that record. Yeah, play that record, baby. Let's get it on. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me check on my pinto beans on my pinto beans on the stove. Wait a minute now. Wait, I got some ham hocks brewing. We gonna get to the do as soon as I put the neck bones on the stove and
But what was the name of the song though?
huh,
What was the name of the song?
girl. Hold on. Let me go on
I'm like,
YouTube
that's
because
crazy. I like this lip gloss.
I do
It's
too. I
like
think we
a
like we almost have on the same color, but
that's
not
why I'm
really.
like, that's crazy. Because I normally don't wear, because you know I'm a mixer, right? So I mix these two. Look.
Lucille Bogan, Shave 'em Dry, 1935. What
That's the
the
name of the
fuck?
song.
Shave 'em Dry? What? Let
That's
me see if
crazy.
this is licensed.
Hold on, I'm about to go look because now I'm like, bro,
Grind me, honey, shave me dry. And when you hear me holler, baby, want you to shave it dry. I got, I'm sorry, but
I'm
these
looking
these
it up because I'm
these
like, nah.
lyrics, these lyrics are these lyrics are racy for those days. But now, girl, I got nipples on my titties
What the
and
heck? She's like,
big at the end of my thumb. So she's trying to say that her areolas are big. Daddy, you say that's the kind of them you want, and you can make them come. Oh, Jesus.
look at this. Can you see this?
Want you to grind me until I cry. What?
This is the lyrics to that song by that you told me. That's crazy.
Girl, this next
And
verse. Now, if fucking was the thing that would make take me to heaven, I'd be fucking in the studio till the clock strike 11. Oh, daddy, daddy, shave 'em dry. You know what? I don't know what the fuck.
now hold on, pause. Wait, let's go through some of these comments on what you call it on the video. So somebody said she's the Megan the Stallion of the 30s. Somebody
Dad,
said Somebody said my grandma is 91. I asked her who Lucille Bogan is. She backhanded me on my mouth.
girl, somebody called her Meredith the Stallion.
That's
Meredith.
crazy. Somebody said I refuse to believe this is real. I'm like, I didn't believe it was real. That's why I had to go look it up for myself and hear the song and see the lyrics.
She
They
was
says
she was born in the wrong generation. I guess so. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj can now both bow down to the original queen of sass, and they all complain about how dirty music is nowadays. Somebody said Cupcake. Who know? You know who Cupcake is, right? Since we're talking about
no.
it, look
I
up,
don't.
look up. Oh wait, you know what? Don't even look it up. I'm gonna send it to you,
Okay.
girl.
Somebody said, I will never allow an elderly person to call today's music inappropriate or explicit again. She was like, oh, these comments is funny.
Girl, we about to have a whole.
Wait,
We about to
wait,
have a whole.
you look in the comments, it says Cupcake really went off with this song. So Cupcake remade this or something?
Cupcake, she's a rapper and she kind of like went viral, for her career to start. But then, we really just found out that she's a dope ass lyricist. Like Cupcake, she's not getting her due diligence, her flowers because Cupcake can spit. I think she just came out with the Deep Throat song because I think she just came out with that song just to get her foot in the door. But oh my God, girl, wait, let me see if I can find it because
Yeah, because I have no idea who Cupcake is.
who
No
I
clue.
cannot believe
Like, speaking
you.
of goddamn cupcakes, I want a cupcake. That's the.
I'm a, you know what? I was watching somebody react to it, and it was like, "Who's Cupcake? You mean I'm hungry?"
I know. And you know my birthday this month too. Like, I need all the cupcakes I can get.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
see.
Where is the video? I hope she didn't hide the video.
You know how people be moving. Like, they'll
Cupcake
post
deep throat.
something.
Come on now, where's the video? Because I have the lyrical version, but girl, once you see the actual video, I want you to see the video. I hope she didn't take her video. I'm gonna have to just send you somebody reacting to it because I think she might have taken her video down. But girl, when I tell you
Okay.
she has all the views. This lyric video right here, this lyric video is okay. Now go ahead and play it. So I just sent it to you. Cause that one alone, the audio, it has like 37 million views. But the music video, so while you're looking that up,
Oh, you wanted me to play it, right? What in the world? That's crazy. Okay, so first of all, I wasn't expecting that. Secondly, jeez,
yeah,
that's
girl.
crazy.
But my thing is, why is everybody so? Did COVID just, make everybody just so
Basically,
sensitive?
because of COVID, what you mean? Well, go ahead. What you mean sensitive?
Like, I mean, how the hell does everybody think we got here?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Honestly, like the way I see it is like I'm not gonna judge nobody with the type of music they want to come out with. That whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you money, you do you. But me, if I was an artist, I wouldn't come out with that kind of shit because that's just not me. Some people
No,
are so comfortable in their sexuality, so they so freaky, they just openly want to talk about shit like that to where they
girl,
gotta put in the song. So let them make their money. Simple.
it was Cupcake, and then came Suki Hana. Girl, I gotta send you the Suki Hana. Now, Suki Hana, her video isn't blocked, but girl, she has something called the 5 foot freestyle. I 5 foot, but my throat 6'6". I'm a ratchet bitch sucking me dick. You mad because your pussy ain't fat like this, and you mad eat my pussy like chicken nuggets. What? Nigga, what?
That's crazy. The thing is that, like I said, with me personally, like I said, when you have a lifestyle when it's like, oh, this is gonna go so well when we start talking about the TI shit, because this is like what I was gonna say is like when you have kids, especially me with me having daughters, like City Girls, I'm not gonna be playing like you don't hear me playing City Girls regularly because it's not like my type of style. But the thing
Mhm.
is that if they hear it, they hear it. But I'd rather, like, if it's up to me, I'm not going to play it because I don't, me personally, I don't listen to that shit. So they're not going to be hearing it.
Even then, even when we were younger, girl, you remember my neck, my back, lick my pussy, and my crack. But we was singing the
Hmm.
edited version, not knowing what the fuck she was talking about. Because when we first heard my neck and my back, we was on the schoolyard. My neck, doing the
And
cheerleading, my
and
neck,
then right, and
my
then
back,
we didn't
my
have this
neck,
access to
my
social
back.
media like that to being able to hear it. Because it's crazy because I be hearing songs on the radio, and then sometimes when my kids go to play it, because they pulling it up on YouTube, I'm like, I don't know this version because they be having curses in it, and I'm like, because I'm used to hearing it on the radio, and I'm like, what the hell? But the kids know the curse version because they hear it on YouTube. That's why you gotta
Exactly.
get kids. That's why you really gotta get kids YouTube because YouTube be
But
having too
before
much shit.
before we had YouTube, what did we have?
Wow, we had MySpace.
What did we have before MySpace?
Oh, you know, like iPods and stuff. We didn't have like when you talking about like to listen to music.
What do we have on TV that we weren't supposed to watch?
Oh, come on, some what do we have on TV? I didn't watch stuff that I wasn't supposed to watch on TV, so don't say we. Put yourself in your own category.
Fuck you. Fuck
Something that we wasn't supposed to
you.
watch. I didn't watch nothing I wasn't supposed to watch. What were you watching,
You
Peaches?
weren't watching BET Uncut. You weren't watching BET Uncut.
No. Honestly, I
What?
wasn't. I've never been a TV person, honestly. I've been a music person. That's why I said iPods. Like, I used to literally, like, go to sleep with my music on. Like, I used to listen to music all day. Like, I wasn't really ever one to watch shows and stuff.
So
Never.
you don't know this BET classic? You don't know
What?
this BET
Oh
classic?
shit, baby girl, but you got loose to kill. Sit back and relax, this back to meal. I ain't got no pants on, ain't got no pants on, I ain't got no pants on the dance floor. I ain't got no pants on, ain't got no pants on, I ain't got no pants on the dance floor. I ain't got no pants on, ain't got no pants
What the
on,
heck?
pants on the dance floor. I ain't got no pants on, ain't got no pants on, I ain't got no on the dance floor. Pull the panties off, pull the panties off, pull the panties off on the dance floor. Pull the panties off, pull the
Mm.
panties off,
Oh,
pull the
You know,
yeah.
I've
panties
never heard that before.
off. I ain't got no panties on, ain't got no panties on, I ain't got no panties on.
Girl, when I tell you that used to be my shit.
You
Oh my
see,
god. Huh?
honestly, I grew up with my brothers, so you know all of that hot girl shit was a dub for me. My brothers was like, hell no, your ass better not be listening to that shit. Like, even if if they caught us listening to that shit, it would be a problem. My brothers ain't play that.
That's why you had to get up in the middle of the night. Everybody got up in the middle of the night and like snuck and turned on, went to the living room or turned on their TV. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Most likely it was three because a lot of crazy shit happened be happening at 3 o'clock in the morning. And being after Midnight Love would come on. Now you remember Midnight Love. That's when
No,
all the slow jam music videos would come on.
nope. Because remember, I didn't watch TV like that.
And then it was something else that would come on. But girl, when BT Uncut made it, girl, it's a song called "What That Thing Smell Like." So all
What in
my
the
fucking
world?
girl, all I'm trying to say is my fucking point is stop trying to act like you holier than thou when you have a body, you have genitalia, you have organs, you have mammary glands, you have urges. You're a human being. Stop trying to act like it's not a tsunami down there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't see nothing wrong. Like I said, some people are comfortable with talking about it, but it's just not something that comes natural for me. And then I hate people who try to bash people for it. I'm like, you can't bash them, like, because if that's what they want to do. Just let them do what they want to do. Like, don't be mad because your ass insecure. The fuck?
And Suki Hana said the same thing because she had a interview with Fox Soul or whatever, and she was like, because I had no idea that she has 3 kids, and she was
Mm.
like, look, I have 3 kids, and they all came from fucking and sucking. So
Ah, I'm done.
exactly, that's what she said. But then again, like the kids just didn't come out of no fucking where. You think you just lay down in the bed next to somebody and the sperm ejected from their body, swam
Mm.
across the sheets, and then came into you? You had to
Listen,
find
listen,
somebody. You had to
listen.
find somebody sexy.
It's crazy because I have this friend, like her mom, she was like a pastor and all of that. And she got mad at her because she got pregnant, like, well, she got pregnant like at 18, 19. But mind you, her mom, like, has three baby daddies and then none of them know their fathers. But then she wanted to bash her daughter for getting pregnant. I'm like, bro, you can't be like that because the same thing your daughter did, you did. So why are you like you wanted somebody to treat you like that? So why are you getting like I know it might be a disappointment as a parent, but at the same time, don't act like you ain't do the same shit. The fuck?
Stop trying to act like you ain't get bended over and you ain't
Exactly.
get
You ain't
your
get your
cheeks
back
slapped.
glued out. You know how to, you know how they say flued out. What you call this to the girl? They
It
be
was
acting like they ain't get
glued
their
out.
back glued out.
Stop trying to act like your legs weren't touching the ceiling, bitch. Stop trying to act like your thighs went on the back of your ears. So yeah, all this fucking music. You know what? When this song came out, it was probably so raunchy and forbidden at the time, but now that I listen to it, it's so fucking tame.
Hmm.
And that's Adina Howard's "Freak Like Me." That's one of my favorite R&B songs.
Hmm.
Girl,
It's crazy.
we can tell the day until the dawn. And we
For somebody with like
can
with very minimal sexual experience, you sure do know a lot of sexual songs.
I live vicariously through everybody else.
I hear that. Like you can use your imagination. Shit.
Look, that's all we got. Like, instead of look, ladies, if you're not sexually active, oh shit, if you're not sexually active and you don't want to be tied up and tied down to some dusty ass man and you just want to keep yourself safe, we all have music, we all have Pornhub, we all have toys. Do
Mm.
you, bitch? Do you? Stay single for as long as you can, okay? So, so until then, just keep your WAP, keep your WAP protected, okay?
Keep your walk to yourself, okay?
WAP to yourself. Could just keep your WAP closed. The doors of the church are closed.
Exactly.
Excuse me, might I have a piece of that WAP?
No. Sorry. Unavailable.
That WAP.
It's not for sale.
Speaking of WAP, Ti's daughter, she gave up her WAP to a guy who already has two other baby mamas, and now she's pregnant with her first child
Mm.
out of wedlock.
Okay, so now that we're on this subject, yes, yo, no. So basically, honestly, I feel like the fact that she's 24, like she's grown as hell. Let her do with that, whatever she want to do, married or not married. That's how I feel when it comes to that. No, I was saying that she's. They said she's 24 years old. Like she's grown as hell. Like, I don't know why they sitting there acting like she's somebody that's like 18, 19, or even like freaking 15, 16, where it's
Because
more
of how
important.
Ti is. Ti was out here walking around like, oh, I have to guard my daughter's vagina with a metal medieval chastity belt. And all
Okay.
the while, your other daughter, I don't care how grown she is, you making it seem like you got to keep an eye on your daughters because it's guys out here that's predatorial to your daughters. Well, somebody got their sperm up in your other daughter, and now
Mm.
you got to be a grandpappy, I the pappy,
Mhm.
I the pappy. He about
But
great
here's the
grandpappy.
thing though. But you know what basically the what he was trying to do as a father, and I kind of think it's a good thing because it's like growing up, my brothers they used to guard us because they know the type of shit they was doing with those other girls out there. So the type of nasty shit that girls was doing, they didn't want their sisters doing. So
But
Ti
here's the
probably
thing: is that fair? Is that fair?
hold on,
You're
that's
doing something like that with somebody else's sister, but you don't want anybody to do anything like that to
with
yours.
your sister. Hold on, you right.
You
That's the
don't want
thing. Let
nobody to
me.
bend your sister over and blow a hole in her butt that you doing it to somebody else's sister butt.
That's the crazy part. Like, you know what? It's like that's the thing because like I said, my brothers they protected us for that particular reason. And it's like when it comes to Ti, because they're saying like, oh, he let his sons do everything. And I'm like, that's one of the things that I see wrong with this world because well, I can't really say it's wrong because it's not for me to say whether it's right or wrong. But I used to get in my feelings a lot because my mother would let my brothers do shit that I couldn't do. And mind you, one of my brothers is 1 year older than me. The other one is 2 years older than me. So then when if they was 13 doing some shit, right? So when I turned 13, I'm like, come on now, I could go sit outside and be outside and no, you can't. Like, but fucking Donovan and Pete, I wasn't cursing, but Donovan and Pete, they used to do the boys. It's funny because, growing up with us, I told you we had a whole Brady bunch, right? So my mom, she had three boys, she had three girls, but she had two boys, then she had two girls, and then she had a girl and a boy. So we were separated. We had the boys, which is the two oldest, the girls, which was in the middle, me and my sister, and then the babies, which was they didn't come until 1999 and 2000. So a lot of the time they wasn't even in the picture, right? But I used to hate the fact that my brothers used to be able to do whatever the freak they wanted, but when it came to me, and mind you, I didn't even like to be outside like that. I used to
Mm.
be a homebody. But then again, it's like I get why though, because at the end of the day, especially like a lot of these girls out here, they be out there doing stuff, and it's the reason why they do some of the shit that they've done is because they had no good male figure in their life.
And
Because even though
apparently,
like, hmm?
apparently, Zanique, she does have a relationship with her biological father, but like Lovely T said, there is something wrong when everybody else knew about the pregnancy except for Ti, and he's not on that line. Like it has to be a reason why
Oh my
nobody
gosh.
wants to talk to him about. Because as a parent, I would want my daughters to come and talk to me, and I'm glad she went to her mom and she
Hold
told
on,
her.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Honestly, I've been pregnant before, so you have to understand that with both of my pregnancies, I didn't tell people immediately. The only people who immediately knew was the person who got me pregnant. That's it.
What
So
about your
then,
mom?
no, that was the thing. When I was pregnant with my first child, I was actually 19. I had just finished college. I had got my associate's degree, and then shortly after I walked across the stage, I found out I was pregnant because I was gonna go back to go into like a physician assistant, but yeah, so I didn't want to tell nobody because I just wasn't ready to tell nobody. I just wasn't. And then even when my mom found out, it was a mistake. So I don't even know when I was going to tell her, honestly. And then my dad, he
Well, were
found
you gonna
out.
wait until you were gonna start showing to tell her?
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know what my plan was. I promise you I didn't know. But with my dad, I told him the day I was going into the hospital to deliver.
What? What?
Yes. So that's why I'm like, and it's not like that. It's just that it's like, bro, it's like certain conversations. Like, how do you have these conversations? It's like my father. He's like, see, honestly, like my stepfather, he knew, but my biological father didn't know, and it wasn't that. It's just hard to explain. When you're pregnant, you have these moods and these emotions, and you pick and choose, and you do certain stuff certain ways, and you don't even know why. I like honestly. I don't know. I can't tell you why, but it's just that that's just how it happened. Even when it comes to thinking about when I was going to tell my mom, I had no idea. I don't know.
I
A
think
good
it
thing.
might have been different with Ti and his girls because we saw what him opening his fucking mouth did to Deja. I think people miss on the episode because during the aftermath and they were on vacation. I think people missed where she said that she thought that she was born, where she wished where she was born into a different family and how embarrassed she was, and she would have never did anything like this to the boys.
Mm,
Telling their business, excuse me, telling their business or going to the doctor with them to make sure that they're virgins. Nobody's getting
that's
their
the crazy
rectal
part.
check.
Can you even
Nobody's
tell?
getting their rectal check. Nobody's making sure their butthole is still closed up.
But that's the crazy part. Like, can you even check if it's? But like I said, honestly, I feel like, I mean, I don't think I would have liked it, but I do feel like sometimes certain females need that in their life because if they don't have somebody that's like literally like breathing down their back, trying to make sure that they're not out there doing certain things, they're gonna get out there and they're gonna be doing the shit that they're not supposed to be doing. And I think that's what Tia's afraid of. And especially if you know anything about karma, if he was out there, dealing with other people's, especially when he was younger, all the types of stuff that he did, like now that he has daughters, they could really be, pick,
He has
if it's the
more than
some
enough
of his
reason
karma.
to be afraid. You had children early, so you're setting a horrible, not a horrible example. He had a children in his teen. He had children in his teens. You had children early. You had children out of wedlock, and then on top of that, you get married to the woman you had kids with years after you get with her. You didn't make her a wife right before you even let her have your child, and then you cheat on her publicly. So
Mm,
I understand why he might feel like, well, I understand why everybody else might feel like he's getting, that karma back because you treat women a certain type of way and you have daughters. It's that whole sins of the father thing where, I understand where he is apprehensive about his daughters other than his sons, but you need to look after your sons just as much because you don't know you know, who or, what type of person has a predatory mindset towards your sons also.
right. And the
So,
crazy
like,
part is that,
I
like,
think it
what
can go
does
both ways.
with society, they're not gonna press boys. They never did. They never will. Just it comes down to the same way how guys could be out there having sex with multiple people, well, multiple women, and it's nothing. But if a woman goes out and she's having sex with multiple men, it's oh, she's a hoe. So
She's a hoe.
that's society for you. Like I don't know
She's not
what.
sexually liberated. She's not doing her, but the man's a player. The man's throwing his royal oath. But when a woman gets married, she has to be a virgin on her wedding night and her hymen has to be closed. And her hymen has to be closed, and she has to be the most inexperienced, and she has to be pure and wear white on her wedding day. Now granted, I did want that for myself because when I got married I wanted my husband to be my first and my only. I just didn't have that mindset to where I was like, oh, I need to have sex right away and I want to bust it wide open as soon as I can. No, I wanted my chastity and my virtue to be for my husband. Now, that's just me. I understand people are sexually active, but you know, you don't hear a lot of men with that mindset also. You don't hear any men with that mindset.
Exactly. Like you're not gonna hear a man be like, "Oh, I really want to wait until I get married." Like they think that shit is so whack. That shit is so lame, and it's because society makes them think it's like the more woman that they can get, the more of a man that they are, and that's what they think when they're young.
It has nothing to do, and that's what I call thinking with your penis. You really think that, you bet a lot of women that you that nigga out here, but are you really that nigga when you have syphilis and chlamydia?
Exactly.
Who's that guy that was on and Y'all Fix My Life? He had 34 kids with 17 different women.
That's
Was he the
crazy.
man then? Was he that nigga then?
That's just
So
disgusting, though.
that is nasty. That is so nasty. I don't. I have to blame everybody in that type of situation because as a woman, you don't do a background check to make sure that he doesn't have any other females or kids or before you even part
Girl,
before
nah,
you even part
you
your legs, bitch. excuse me, before you even part your legs, you don't find out what this nigga is about. You don't find, and then when you find out you're pregnant, you find out that there's 16 more to go along with your child. Your child has 16 siblings.
First and foremost, honestly, I don't really know how that happens, but I think that comes from one woman dealing with men, just without having like bona fide relationships with them. They just out there, just just to be having sex. I think that's where that comes from, but I don't know how that works out. That's a lot of different baby mamas to be dealing with. How many baby mamas? 16?
17.
17.
34 kids and 17 women. So he has multiple kids
34 children.
with each woman.
You
Girl.
gotta be shitting me. I could never. I'm sorry.
So with the whole multiple baby mama thing, somebody went down. Somebody went on Tiny's Instagram. In her comments, it was like you, and it was like, how come you didn't teach your daughter how to be a wife instead of being the third baby mama or some shit like that? And Tiny had to talk, clap back at this person, but I understand where that person is coming from, but I understand that, you raise a child to do a certain thing, to do
And
certain
they gonna
things,
do what they want to do regardless.
yeah, with certain values. Because my parents, they raised me with certain values, and they told me, don't do this and don't do that, and no ding ding without a wedding ring. But I make
Mm,
the decision for myself not to spread my butt open. So
hmm.
so it all depends on you train a child in the way they should go, but at the end of the day, they're going to make their own decisions.
Right.
So, and then Zanique, she was asked whether she wanted to get married or not, and apparently the boyfriend wants to get married, but she's not even sure. And she's only 24 years old. She's still a baby. And
I know.
24 years old, you have a lot of living to do. You have a
I got
lot
married
of
at
living to do.
25. I had kids since I was 20. Mm, So I don't. I feel like and mind you, my mom had kids since she was 16. I feel like sometimes life just forces you to grow up. But then again, it's like she probably sees stuff that Ti do, and that's probably the very reason why she don't want to get married. Like you got to think about all of
Exactly.
that.
I was thinking about that a long time ago. I was like, his daughters must feel like they can't trust no man because your father is really gonna set an
Your
example.
own dad is
And
like
my
that.
father, I just well, I don't want to brag, but my father set that example. He might have passed away when I was 9, but he actually had those conversations with me. And I knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Mm.
So, yeah. So, like I said, it's still a little bit of karma because you should have. I don't know if you saw the clip inside the video that I sent you, but the shock on his face,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
he was like anybody but her. Because they said they were live, right? And then they was like, he's supposed to be guessing who was pregnant. And he thought it could have been anybody but her. And I guess that's probably just the type of person that she is. Because even like when I got pregnant, a lot of people was like, they didn't believe I would be pregnant. Because, it's just the type of person that they are.
girl, I don't think anybody will believe that I would be pregnant. They will have to
Mm,
see me get married first. Because if I came out and be like, oh, I'm having a baby with some nigga that y'all haven't met before, and they just looking at me like, Alexis?
mm,
Alexis was fucking? Who?
mm.
Like, I mean, I think that a couple of my relatives probably still think I'm a virgin. And it's probably and it's close to that, but even though I'm not, but I think a couple of my relatives still think that I'm a virgin. So
Mm.
that's probably how Ti wanted to think of his daughters. forever and ever.
Yeah.
Even if they get married, he probably wanted to think of his daughters as, untouchable. Untouchable. All men want their daughters to be untouchable.
What you call it? My daughter's aunts are like that. Like they're grown. Like they're really grown. They're like in their 20s, but it's like their parents wouldn't want them to get pregnant or anything until they're actually married. You know. So some parents are just strict, and that's because. But what's different with them is that they actually set that example, though. They're African and they're really strict, so they really have their culture. They waited till marriage. They stuck with their husband. One person. No divorces, no remarriages or new spouses. Just one family. It's crazy because when my daughter's father died, his mom, she made a joke, right? And they said that this is really true. This is how they do it sometimes, though. She was like, okay, now that Alvin is dead, which one of my other sons do you want now? Because they say like in some families they try to keep it like basically if you do go on
Oh
to find a new
yeah, I
yeah,
saw a
if you do go
movie.
on to find a new man, they want you to have one of the brothers because this way when you have kids, the kid's gonna have those same genes.
I
I was
saw a
like,
movie.
wow.
I saw a movie about this Amish family. But one of the brothers, in Amish culture or in the communities, they let the older teens strike out on their own to see if they want to live in the real world or not. So this brother, the brother, he went off and he met some chick, and he brought his girlfriend back to where his Amish family was, and he ended up passing away. But they ended up getting married, but he ended up passing away soon after. So his brother, the wife ended up having to marry his brother, but the brother was like 11 years old.
What?
I gotta find this movie and send it to you, girl. Girl, this was on HBO. This girl HBO. This was on HBO years ago. And
Yeah.
off the top of my head, I think it had Patricia Arquette in it. Patricia Arquette, yeah. So I'm gonna have to
Mm.
look at that movie and send it to you. But yeah, girl, now that you mentioned that, I've heard and seen that before. So Ti, you gonna be a grandpappy. You gonna be a
Mhm.
grandpappy. They
What you
family
call it?
already big as fuck.
You said what?
I said their family already big as fuck. They're one of like the
Yeah.
premier, they're one of the premier famous families on reality TV. You have the Kardashians, and then you have the Harrises. Trying to figure out
Yeah.
who other family is on TV that's big as hell that everybody watches. That's all I can think about. The Kardashians and
What you
the
call it? The Braxton people. What you call it? The Braxton show used to be.
The Braxtons. The Braxtons is another family, a kid TV family. Who else? Who else is a TV
I
family?
think that's it because everything else is like love and hip hop, like drama shit.
Uh-huh.
Didn't you know who the game? Wait, Christy. What's her name? Christy. Jim Jones.
Oh no, that's Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, that's Love and Hip Hop.
No, they had their own show for the love of Chris. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but they're not a whole family that a reality show is set around. You know what I mean? Because you have the
Yeah.
Kardashians, and then you have the Family Hustle, and then you have the Braxtons. So yeah, those are the three TV families. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's move
R.I.P.s.
on to this
You heard
last
me?
subject. We
All
have
right.
a mixed race woman who is going to be vice president of the United States.
You said she's going to
And
be?
yes,
She's going to. So that means that you're
yes,
speaking it into existence. Okay.
yes. I mean,
That's
not that I actually believe in these niggas, but we don't want Trump, do we? Uh,
honestly, I want anybody that's gonna make sure that the world gets back to normal. Like that's who I want. And the crazy part is that who the hell is that supposed to be? Because I
the
don't think
only
it's Hillary. I'm glad. Yo, it's so
No, I'm not
crazy
fucking with
how
Hillary Clinton. Hillary
I
Clinton.
a lot of people keep saying like if Hillary was in office right now, like what the hell would we be doing? We probably would have all been dead and vaccinated. Well, vaccinated then
Girl.
died.
Because didn't she say that her role model is, I think it was Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, but she wanted to exterminate all the black babies and African American pregnancies.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, racist as fuck, and that's her role model. So fuck Hillary Clinton with that fucking pantsuit that she never washed. Fuck her. No,
No, because I just be thinking about it. Like
bitch
a lot of people
probably
was like, a lot of people
bitch
be
probably
talking
be
about
spraying
Trump. I'm
her.
like, yo, that was our other option. So who would you really rather? Like seriously.
Somebody who doesn't spray their pantsuits with Febreze. I need you to throw that bitch in the washing machine, bitch. Come on now.
No, but for real though. All right, so basically, it's let me pull up the messages from my sister because it's I have it's interesting because with Kamala, she's actually they said her parents are Indian and Jamaican, and then she was born in the United States, she said, but she also said that she finished her high school years out in Canada because a lot of people are trying to say she's Canadian, and this
She's
and
not
that.
even a foundational Black American. And a foundational Black American is somebody who has their roots on both sides of their family
Did you hear what she
rooted in
said though?
slavery. What'd she say?
Kamala Harris is not African. Another meme says Kamala Harris is not African American. Her parents were immigrants from India and Jamaica, and she was raised in Canada, not the United States. And it said fact. That's what the meme said. So I was born in Oakland. Yeah.
Here.
And raised in the United States, except for the years that I was in high school in Montreal, Canada. And look, this is the same thing they did to Barack. Yes. This is not new to us, and so I think that we know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do what has been happening over the last 2 years, which is powerful voices trying to sow hate and division among us. And so we need to recognize
Throw that
where
shit
we're
off.
at.
Throw that shit off. Because
I'm
he
so
made
glad you
that
mentioned Barack,
point.
because a lot
He
of black
made
people
that
question
point that her
President
parents are
Barack.
not from the
Yes.
U.S., but I'll give her that she was born in the U.S. But like I said, foundational Black Americans have their ancestry roots from slavery and then going back to the home country, not immigrants from other countries coming to the
But
United States
here's the thing
and
though.
being
I
born
saw
here.
this post. Listen, I saw this post the other day and I saw this post before, probably like years ago. But
She's blending. She's blending
it said the only difference between, like the black people, all over the world was a boat stop. So they took some people from Africa, they brought some to the Caribbean, they brought some to the, US, they brought some, here, there. That's the only difference. So that's why, like, they're saying, because it's funny, because my sister was just talking about this earlier, because, she's a Jamaican too. So I'm like,
Yeah,
whether she's a freaking black Jamaican, Canadian Jamaican, African Jamaican, why does it even matter? She's black. She's clearly not white.
she's not all the way black though. That's the thing. She's mixed race. She's biracial. Well, not mixed race. She's biracial. She may be Jamaican, who is black, who is the black parent, but her mother is Indian, so she's biracial. She's not considered black like we're black. She's biracial. And here's the thing. Hold on, let me take my vitamin before I go in on her. She's taken advantage of minority opportunities while she's been here in the States. So she's gotten scholarships as a minority because she's Indian, and she's admitted that she's blending, and she took it upon herself to go to an HBCU, I guess, to explore her black side, and she became part of a black Greek fraternity. She's an AKA. So what the fuck was I
I'm
trying to
still
say?
doing my research.
You still doing your research? So like what I'm trying to say is she may be mixed race and there's nothing wrong with being mixed race. I just want people to stop making it seem like it's a wonderful accomplishment. It's a really big accomplishment, especially for women of color, especially for Black women, but it's also a accomplishment for Indian women also. She has both sides of the spectrum that she has made proud. Okay, wonderful. But at the end of the day, she has sent a lot of Black men to prison while she was in the local government over in California. She has done a lot of shit against her own so-called people. So that's why a lot of motherfuckers give her the side eye. And like, we can't really, Black Americans can't trust her fully. She may be talking about she wants to give us a whole bunch of stimulus money and she's offering a proposal to give us $12,000 a month and all that bullshit. Okay, cool,
But
bitch.
here's the thing, a lot of people don't even know. I just looked her up, but I see what's going on here. So basically, her mom was like the Indian, and then her dad was the actual black Jamaican. Her dad is a black Jamaican. So
He
her
must
dad
be
is a
light
black.
skinned. He must be light
No,
skinned.
well, he
Is he?
wasn't
Oh,
really light skinned. Look,
oh, he black and he
he
black. He
he's a
toasty.
black
He
man. So
toasty.
her
Yeah,
father
he
is
black, but he
black.
toasty. He black, but he toasty. So
He's the,
you dilute that toastiness with a light skinned Indian woman, and you get Kamala Harris.
what you
You
call it?
get that
He's
Negro with the Creole making Texas Bama. Like
yeah, what you call it? But the crazy part of it is the crazy part about it is that a lot of people don't know like in Jamaica and like Trinidad has them too, but there's like a lot of Indian Jamaicans. So we were
and
like my like
Chinese,
yeah,
Chinese
that
American.
too.
John Paul is
Like
Chinese and Puerto Rican and Jamaican.
so even like I don't really see what the big deal is, but her dad is like really black. He's Donald
We
Harris.
just don't want her walking around acting like thinking she's a foundational Black and she's not trying to get on our side. If
She
any,
is black though.
she's a
Her dad
minority.
is
She's
black.
a minority, but she's a privileged light skinned minority. She's biracial, and you can
But
tell
I
she's
think
biracial.
stuff basically what
She's
she's saying is
ambiguous. She's done a really good job at being ambiguous. If you didn't ask her what her background is, you'd still be trying to figure it out. Is she Hispanic? Is she Armenian? Is she black? Is she white? Oh, her hair flows. It's not kinky like the other black folks. Oh,
but you
she
know
has
what's
a little bit of a
crazy? Because my
but this
listen,
girl today.
my kid's godmother, she's Jamaican, right? She's black. She looks like me. Like she's probably like my complexion. Her husband, her kid's father, he's a Jamaican too, but he looks like an Indian. You know why? Because he's a Jamaican Indian. You see her kids? They look exactly like him. They got the Indian hair, everything. They don't look no type of black, nothing, but their mama is black. So you get what she's saying though. That Indian, that's one thing for sure. The Indian gene is strong because, like I said, even though she's black and it's the father, all three of her kids got that Indian gene. So being that her mom is the Indian, she does look more Indian than anything, but her dad is black and she's 50% sperm and she's 50% egg. So that means she is 50% black.
She's 50% black. She's
She's
mixed race.
50%.
Oh, well, she's
But then
biracial.
with
So,
Indians, some Indians claim to themselves to be black too because they're not white.
well, the whole Indian thing, that is a touchy subject because they do have a caste system over there that's spilled into the Western world. So, the darker you are considered black. But if you're a lighter Indian and you look more European, you have way more opportunities. So, either way, I think it's still an okay thing for a woman of color like her to be in the White House. It's an okay thing. But we just can't get too ahead of ourselves because of her history with black people and what she's done to them while she was in office in California. I don't want
What did
anybody to
she
think that
do?
she sent a lot of people to prison on bullshit charges. It's statistically proven that she sent more black men to prison during her term. What was she, the attorney general?
How she? So she had control over locking them up? I don't know nothing about that, but I would say
Girl, where you been?
haven't heard of it. But I would
Running.
honestly listen. The way how I see it is that when it comes down to politics, I don't trust none of it. I'm like, why can't we have people running for president that's like regular people like me and you? Why do we have to have these people that put on these fake ass masks and sit there and say they're gonna do all of this shit, knowing that they gotta get it passed by this Republican ass freaking Senate and Congress or whatever?
I
Like,
was I was listening to the Craig Smith podcast, and they said the exact same thing. The reason why Donald Trump became president because he is a businessman first. He is a crooked
exactly.
ass businessman first, and America was founded by some crooked ass white folks who
Businessmen.
had businesses and their families over in England, and they came over here and did the same shit after they slaughtered a whole bunch of Native Americans. The fucking country was built on this type of shit. That's why all of the presidents are somehow blood related. So,
You know, it's
as
crazy
far
because
as
I heard a lot of the presidents are also like left-handed people too. You ever heard that?
that I didn't hear.
You never heard
That's so
about
crazy
that?
because I'm left-handed because I'm left-handed. But
You're
as far
left-handed?
as
I'm left-handed. Bitch.
two birds,
Yes,
what the fuck?
exactly.
But yeah, so as far as, just a regular person becoming president, that will never happen because politics is not for a regular motherfucker. Politics, you get into politics when you own businesses, when you own property, when you have shit that needs to be protected by laws. We working 40 hours a week and getting a paycheck, we're not protected by shit. We can't
Exactly.
even we can't even defend our own home by somebody breaking in. If we shoot and kill them, we get charged with murder, even though they're breaking into our shit. So the whole regular person, um, you know, running for president, like what's that movie that Chris Rock had a state? He was an alderman, but he had to build that shit up and run for president and win. Mind you, this was years before Barack Obama. Like that shit would have never happened because he didn't have any business backing and business pull.
Yeah.
Donald Trump may not have had any experience, but he had a whole bunch of white folks and money behind him.
Yeah. Yo, I
So
would never forget when he said, "Oh, I got a small loan of $1 million from my dad. A small loan of $1 million." Like, you really think that's small? Shit, my small loan over here is like $50.
and that's the difference. $1 million would change any of our lives. You, me, anybody else. I always sit and think about what the fuck would I do with $1 million.
Shit.
So
Yeah,
Kamala
that's
Harris,
that.
Kamala, Kiki, bitch, we got our eye on you, Kiki.
Yeah.
Your name's not Kamala anymore. Your name Kiki. Kiki.
Mm. Yep,
We,
and you better show and prove. But like I said, at this point, I'm not leaving it up to this government because I don't trust none of them motherfuckers. Like, politics is a whole nother, like, it's a whole nother wave, whole nother ball game.
it is.
Anyways, we passing over an
Well,
hour. It's late. I think we touched all the topics though. That's
we
good.
did. We did.
We did.
This was a good little show.
It was. All right, so we can wrap it up for the night. I'm about to sip the rest of this wine. I might have a little bit more, and I'm gonna be knocked out. When I say knocked
Me
out,
too, girl. Let me take this makeup off and take a little go to bed. Ooh, amen. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Bye.
Wop, wop. Worship and praise, people.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
We will see y'all next week. Oh, that made a hell of a difference.
Yes.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all be blessed. Stay black and fuck the police.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.